The title of my short video is Making a Success of Your Life in the World and the Hereafter, not just for the present, but for all future generations of mankind through the application of mental revolution. Who are we really? Is this all that we can be? Or we all have vast potentialities which we have never been briefed about? To answer these questions, we should carry out the first mental revolution. This is to move from how society, whether our own parents or the National Examination Syndicate of your country, define or think of us, to what the Creator thinks of us. The difference can be very huge. The Creator has created us in the best stature or mold. See Al-Quran chapter 95 verse 4.
لقد خلقنا الإنسان في أحسن تقويم.
And for all of us to play the role as vicegerents or God representatives in the world. Al-Quran chapter 2 verse 30.
وَإِذْ قَالَ رَبُّكَ لِلْمَلَائِكَةِ إِنِّي جَاعِلٌ فِي الْأَرْضِ خَلِيفَةً قَالُوا أَتَجْعَلُ فِيهَا مَن يُفْسِدُ فِيهَا وَيَسْفِكُ الدِّمَاءَ وَنَحْنُ نُسَبِّحُ بِحَمْدِكَ وَنُقَدِّسُ لَكَ قال إني أعلم ما لا تعلمون.
I have two books that describe the fantastic human beings the Creator meant all of us to be. The first book is entitled The 3-Pound Universe by Judith Hooper and Dick Tracy. The most important information in this book is on page 2. Where it is stated that if man were to build a computer as fantastic as the human brain, which weighs 3 pounds or 1.4 kilos, that computer will have to be 100 stories tall and cover 5.3 times Peninsula Malaysia or England. The second book that I have is Empires of the Mind by Dennis Waitley. The most important information in the book is on page 12. It is where it says that we can learn 40 languages and complete the required courses of dozens of colleges. So now we are convinced that we all have a fantastic brain with so much of potentialities. The second mental revolution we should carry out is to imagine that we had a most uplifting upbringing and not the one we actually had. Imagine a scenario where your father, an ordinary taxi driver, managed to pull out a couple from a car involved in an accident just a few seconds before the car exploded and was completely burnt. That couple is very rich and very well qualified, but they never had a child of their own. You were just born then. They decided to adopt both your parents and you to stay with them in a big house. Because of the feeling of immense gratitude to your father, they brought you up with so much of love, encouragement, and exposure. Money was not spared to give you the best education possible. The benefit of this mental revolution is that any normal child could become a better person. All they have to do is to imagine that they had that kind of upbringing. All parents, including grandparents, kindergarten, primary and secondary school teachers, and the influential people in society must play their part so that the child will get a good upbringing. The formula to bring out their potential is PhD. P, passion, H, hard work, and D, determination. We all want to live as long and as healthily as possible. But now we know that most people in the world die of cardiovascular diseases, i.e. PHD, P, blood pressure, H, heart, D, diabetes, plus overweight and smoking. I come from a big family of 12 people. They were all married, so there were 24 of us. In 1973, at the age of 36, I realized that many of my elder siblings already had either diabetes or high blood pressure. My elder brother, who was only 1 year and 4 months ahead of me, already had diabetes. I realized that I was not exempted. From then on until now, I changed my lifestyle by reducing my intake of high-fat, high-oil food, avoiding sweet drinks, and I started to exercise regularly for 52 years already. I'm now 88 years old and reasonably healthy. Let us agree that for the sake of our self-motivation, when we die, our souls will go to PWTC, i.e. Post-World Transit Center, waiting for the day of judgment. That means that you on your deathbed and you in PWTC must be the same person. What you can do is to visualize. You're already there every night. Just sit on the comfortable chair in your bedroom, switch off all lights, and you are already in PWTC. The angels there tell you that since you died of cardiovascular diseases, God had planned for you to live at least until the age of 88, and you died at 68, 20 years too soon, because you did not change your lifestyle. I sincerely believe that there must be millions of people in PWTC who are now regretting for so many things that they did, which they should not have done, including in not changing their lifestyle. Now we are still living in the world, and now we have the power of choice as to how we should manage the rest of our life the best possible way until we die. So the most important mental revolution you need to do in your life is to decide which option you want to take on my motivation stick here. The first option is the middle part. You don't want to change your lifestyle at all because change is difficult and change is uncomfortable. The second option is you believe that life is short and that you want to enjoy every aspect of life as much as possible, including eating and drinking, whatever you like. If there's a chance to make illegal money, you will want to do it. Because what is life without risk? There is another option. The third option is you don't want to regret when you are in PWTC later on, because now you have been forewarned already like this. It takes discipline, hard work, self-control, and sacrifices. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the chairman of the management committee of the Al-Quran Learning Center Foundation in Section 14, Putaran Jaya, Malaysia. It was established in 2013 as an NGO under the Prime Minister's Department. We have helped thousands of people to be able to read the Holy Al-Quran within 20 to 30 hours. Our chairman is Professor Dato Dr. Zulkifli Muhammad Yusuf, formerly director of the Quranic Center in Malaya. Our first advisor was the late Tun Ahmad Saji bin Abdul Hamid, formerly the Chief Secretary to the Government of Malaysia. His place as an advisor is now held by Yang Mahir Tun Muhammad Raus Sharif, formerly the Chief Justice of Malaysia. We depend entirely on public donations to run our programs and to pay for our expenses. If you feel that my lecture has benefited you in any way, one way or another, I hope you'll be able to donate whatever sum to our body through the bank account or QR code. Donations to our body are exempted from income tax. Remember, you are not exempted from my lecture. Thank you very much for viewing the video until the end.